if there must be another president in the next 20 years or 2023, it must be a Southerner. And without any controversy, the Southerner must be an Igbo man. That's what Femi Aribisala has said. He said there will be no president for Yorubas in the next 20 years. That is what this great man has said today on Vox Pop on Flip TV with Michael Adekunle. We shall be looking at this world this man has thrown on air. We have three gentlemen on the street with me that will be talking seriously on this issue. Let's get to meet them and know what they have to say on this platform. President, for the next 20 years, do you think this is real?
Well, the political environment is not clear yet. They still have another 4 years to go. By that statement, I can't really give a clear picture whether the Yorubas can rule in 2023. Anything can still happen.
You see what happened? It depends on what Femi is. That his name, Femi Adebisala. You know what he means. You know, it depends on from the perspective the man looks at it. Because Tinubu, I know, as the chairman of APC, will never relent. You understand, to struggle towards, becoming Nigerian next president, 2023.
I'm Michael Adekunle, still on Vox Pop on Flip TV. I'll be right back.
We've not even finished the change matter that has changed agenda. We are talking about 2023. We've not moved to the next level. We are talking about 2023. Listen, the Yoruba should go and put their house in order. Tinubu does not have 1/3 of the Yorubas to vote for him. His major power is in Lagos. And even in Lagos, you are seeing they are divided into three. They are divided into three. Let me tell you the truth. The person that will be the next president is not yet known. He just have an ambition that 2023 will become the president if the people allow him to be. But the thing is this: the APC constitution does not actually zone to the Yorubas to the day. They are now looking at how do we look at it from this angle. The Igbos are agitating that it is their own turn. Yorubas have ruled. The Igbos are agitating that 2023 is their own turn. But the reverse is the case. If 2023 they bring the Yoruba persons out and PDP brings an announcer man out, what we determine here is the numbers of people that vote. And when you look at the number of people, the PDP will take over the presidency.
But numbers in Nigeria's electoral system count?
Yes, it can't. If you look at the last election, despite that he's still in court, you know, Buhari won more in the north. And you see, the census in the north, they have high voters over there. So that's why they won in the north.
And looking at Tinubu as a person, quite right, he's the national chairman, or let me say leader of the All Progressive Congress. Don't you think with his influence, with the power he has in this country, this man can claim that seat?
He cannot. He cannot. The people will determine who will be their president in 2023. In 2023, there's still a lot of time. The political environment can still change.
The people will determine, or the party will determine?
The people will determine.
But most times we have cases where parties have determined.
In what cases?
They've made others.
For example, let me give you an instance. Like that of APC. They single-handedly a consensus candidate for the president. But in this case, the president of the APC cannot pick. They will have to go to primaries. So it's going to be very difficult. The other political party, PDP, they are still going to go. So there are a lot of, the political environment is not clear. May 29, we will round up the change saga. We will now move to next level. I don't know the next level we want to go, whether it's the positive or the negative. I just know that Me as an individual, I'm fed up of this government. They have not done anything. That's my take about that.
Another point again is APC and PDP. There's a way they zone it. Unless maybe APC will zone it back to Yoruba or zone it to Igbo. I think understand. Because PDP, I know, the next person in PDP, the next zone is Southeast. Okay. They have made it clear. Then APC sometimes ago were even drumming that they were going to give Southeast. Do you understand? But a bombshell from Oshibanjo made it known to us that it is still Yoruba 2023. I think you understand there was mixed reaction to that statement. Yoruba again. Are you not considering the Southeast? Ngige bumped him and the other APC chieftains. They were not satisfied with that statement. And Oshibanjo as a professor, I don't think the man was honest. Yes, in that statement, there's no honesty in that statement. If a man being a professor, you would have known everything. It will just look to people, as if you are perfect. So his professorial quality or level is to me is dubious. Yes, it's dubious. A man of Oshibanjo's level shouldn't have, made such comments. I'm say pastor again. But I thank God in recent time we discovered the man is not an ordained pastor. Nobody has ordained a pastor. I think he's a visiting pastor. He was more or less a preacher. A man of God wouldn't be in that position. As you can see, a man of God would be. So let's come back to the major topic. So 2023, I think the geographical zone, zoning should be the Southeast. Yes, we are the one, the Igbos, they should be the Nigerian next president, so that there will be no gross inequality. Again, the political, what they call it, will be balanced. You understand? If you allow the Igbos, just give them chance. Give them chance. Hausas, they have been doing this. I've been quoting date and date and date each and every time you meet me. They have been ruling us. I used to quote date from 1979 till 1995. It was Yoruba, Hausa, Yoruba, Hausa. Shoniko was there as an interim president. Abacha, Babangida. You understand? Then later, in 1999, it was Olufalaye and Obasanjo. You understand? The same Southwest, two of them were allowed. They were given the chance. So maybe Nigeria wanted to compensate them because of what happened to MKO, Abiola. Let us give the Southeasterners chance. Let us forget this sentiment of a thing. Tinubu himself is not God. This man is playing God. He can never be our God. The man should rethink. The man should have a rethinking. The man should undergo total overhauling. I think understand, reorientation, rehabilitation if possible. Because no man is an island, no man is indispensable. It's only God. Allow other people to test there. You've been there before. Your people have been there before. You are the one who positioned Oshibanjo to be in this position. Everybody knows. Every canal in this country knows. Do you understand? So the best thing is allow the people of the Southeast. Allow people of the Southeast to be there. Yes, it is possible. The man, see, Tinubu is not a stone. Yes, he's a human being. This man, what do you call him? Buhari. Buhari isn't a stone as well, either. He's a human being too. Lai Mohammed, who used to lie. Do you understand? The man is used to lies. He's a human being. Do you understand? The man is not an inanimate object. He breathes. I breathe. You breathe. We all breathe. We are all human beings. So I understand that any human being has, feeling. If before you pitch others, pitch yourself first. You will see their reaction and their reaction. So we all one. We have blood.
But don't you think for this man to have said no Yoruba president for 20 years?
Yes, the man is right.
If Yorubas cannot have that chance to rule for 20 years, how much more the Igbos that are not being given any chance? to step into that?
Probably if Yorubas are not allowed to rule for the next 20 years, that vacancy will not be left alone by usurpers. Let me call them northern usurpers. You know, in Nigeria, it is the north that usurp. The north usurps a lot. What I mean by usurping is people that are too hungry for power.
They're born to rule.
Leadership, born to rule, too astute, political astute.
That's what they say.
Yes, that's my own. This is my own terms. I used to. Usurpers are the north. They believe that they are born to rule. Nobody is not born to rule. Everybody is born to rule. The Yorubas are born to rule. The Igbos are born to rule. So the way I'm looking at it is, if Yorubas, as Femi, yes, has said, the man is thinkingly right. The man has feeling. The man knows that something is missing somewhere else. The man knows that in Nigeria entire polity, the political imbalances have not been corrected. The man is looking for solution. The man is telling us there must be a correction on Nigerian political, system. So what the man is saying that for the next 20 years, let chances be given to Southeast, South-South, Mid-Belt. I think understand. These Mid-Belt people, they have not tested it. So Femi, I think that man is not a myopic person. He's a pessimist. He's an optimistic person. He's not a pessimistic man. So what the man is saying, the man is foreseeing the future. Argument, sorry. Because there must be a serious argument again if somebody from Southeast is left out in 2023. It means, let me tell you, it means we are all morons. The people in the house there are morons. If they fail to put Igbo man to put forward for Igbo presidency 2023, the senators are morons. The people in the lower chambers are morons. I want to tell them something. The first president happens to be Zik, 1960, a ceremonial president that was helping the prime minister. Thank you. The Hausa man, Tafawa Balewa, Abaka Tafawa Balewa, because he was not well, educated, as we all know now. So Zik, as a president, the first Nigerian president was an Igbo man, we know. That was 57, 58, 59 years ago. Then the first military head of state was Agu Ironsi in 1966, not up to 9 months. Who else again? Just tell me. Who else again? Then after Agu Ironsi came Gowon's regime in 1966, which ended in 1975. You understand? Just 9 years. Gowon is from Mid-Belt. Gowon is an Hausa man because the whole north, they are all Hausas. Then after Gowon, you have this man that overthrew him, Ramat Murtala Mohammed, in 1976. After Murtala Mohammed, the same Yoruba, Obasanjo, we gave him chance. He ruled for 3 years. 76 to 79 is 3 years, isn't it? Then Chagari came in. Same Chagari is an Hausa man, Fulani man. After Chagari, the military struck. On the eve of 1983, that was December 31st. Then they took over again, which tenure ended in 1985, August. You understand? The same Hausa, this Muhammad Buhari, who is not well educated, was, you understand? From that time, 1985, another Hausa man struck. I think understand Babangida and his group. You understand? Then 1993. Babangida stepped down, then Abacha. As Abacha was, just driving us from there and there then, because, there was absolute lawlessness. Then Ernest Choniko come in as an interim president. You understand? Abacha took over. Abacha toppled him. You understand? The guy was chased out of that seat. Abacha continued. 95, 96, 97. 98, only Hausa Yoruba. In 1998 again, Abdul Salam came in because Abacha, you know what happened to him? He died. He was killed, I don't know, whatever. Maybe he was sick or whatever. Abacha died in 1998. Abdul Salam took over. The same Hausa. He handed over to Obasanjo, the same Yoruba. Obasanjo handed over to Hausa, the same Hausa. Hausa, that was Yaradua now. Yaradua, yes. Yaradua now. Because of, let me explain it. Let me put it in my time. It was a dance of fate.
Dance of faith.
Yes. In what way? Thank you. Yaradua was not removed there by, human beings. Yaradua died a natural death.
And who took over?
Yeah?
Who took over?
Jonathan, the second man to Yaradua, his vice president, which is constitutional. I think you understand. Had it been they debated it, had it been they argued on that issue, good Lord Jonathan would not have been there.
Okay.
So it was fate that brought in good luck. Fate.
Well, is that an Igbo man?
Good luck isn't an Igbo man. I've been telling people this. Good luck doesn't here come in Igbo language. Good luck, Ebere Jonathan, was a premeditated, it was orchestrated by people who are still, we are still trying to thwart Igbo's chances then. They were claiming that Ebere was the mid-name. Do you understand? So that they will see point to tell us that it is not our turn. It will not be our turn. Do you understand? He isn't. He married Igbo. Babangida married Igbo. Atiku married Igbo. Is it because of Ajigudo Jonathan married an Igbo woman? That's why you should be saying that he was, part of us. He isn't. Do you understand? He isn't. Perchance is from Igbo. Mario Babangida is Igbo. Abacha married Igbo. John Madaki married Igbo. Marwa married Igbo. Do you understand? So now, after Good Luck Jonathan, who else? APC put this man. Buhari, Buhari is now ruling. Buhari is clannish. Buhari is tribalistic. Buhari is sectional. Buhari is clueless. Buhari doesn't know that I'm a core Igbo man. Delta man is a real Igbo man anyway, in some senses, in some circles, in some school of thoughts. Do you understand? Core Igbo men, Anambra, Imo, Abia, Enugu, and the Boeing. Do you understand? You have other Igbos, in Ikwere, River State, and Deltas who are still contemplating till today that they are not pure Igbos. Do you understand? Jonathan isn't an Igbo man. I'm telling you the truth. Jonathan is an Ijaw man.
In conclusion, sir.
Yeah.
In conclusion.
Within
the 20 years this man has speculated, who do you think will be on that seat?
See what I'm saying? I'm
the Hausas.
I'm never a tribalistic man. I'm never a dishonest man. I've never been sectional in thinking, do you understand, or in reasoning, in any area of life. Let me tell you, that 20 years time Femi is talking about, if they could give Igbo chance to be there in 2023, Igbo will step down 8 years after. Do you understand? Then it might be Yoruba, then it might be ethnic minorities, then it might be other South, anybody from South. Or mid-belt. Give other people chances.
But do you think Yorubas can wait that long?
Let me tell you, if Yorubas could not wait or can wait, all I know is that we need a credible man from the Yoruba angle to rule Nigeria. We don't want somebody that will come and become another landlord everywhere, buy the whole Nigeria with his money and start, thwarting people's effort or disenfranchising people from, casting their right votes.
Is there anybody like that in Nigeria?
Good Yoruba man like Fani Kayode, Ayo Fayose, Yoruba man who is not sectional. A Yoruba man who is exactly like Obasanjo. Obasanjo is a national man. A patriotic Yoruba man is needed here. We don't want Mbati, somebody that will be looking at Yamala and they will do. We need an elderly statesman person, somebody that will carry everybody along. Elderly statesmanship is not given to the pigs, it's not given to greedy cats or rats. They give it to a man with spirit of patriotism, a man who loves Hausa, a man who loves Yoruba, a man who loves the ethnic minorities and the Igbos. We need a man who thinks one, like Zik, from the Yoruba angle.
It is very clear and quite clearly that Nigeria as a nation is not a nation, it's just amalgamated people, tribes that have joined together and tagged a nation, giving them currency to use, design flag for them. If somebody will build a house and furnish it and put you inside there, that person will be controlling you. Wherever he wants the house to go, things in the house to go is where it will go. Nigeria, we are meant to understand, and since I grew up, I'm 50 plus. I have been seeing the Gowons, the Motalas, the Obasanjos, the Babangidas, the Buharis, the Shagaris. The Obasanjo is the only person who came from the south west. Then only. Now, military, we call it military era, mixed up. Now, civilian era. We have Obasanjo. After him, it was Yar'Adua, back to the north. Yar'Adua stopped. Jonathan continued, took over. South.
Okay.
Now, coming back again, Buhari, the north. After 8 years, they want it to now swingle along political line in which they are manipulating through their traditional way of born to rule syndrome, because they have calculated it that counting the whole south and the whole north, if the whole south will vote for one person and the whole north vote for one person, the north will win
Because of their population.
because of their population.
Okay.
Then counting the southwest to the north with the political biometrics they put in place,
Okay.
you understand that the north vote 10 times to come, and northern candidates will always have the day based on the political line. So it is a coloration of either a north to the west, a north to the south, a north to the southeast. We give you a presidency with the setting that is on ground now.
Okay.
Now, the man who is saying that, Femi, who is saying that, I said that the West will not produce any presidential candidate, knows what he is saying. But when you're not talking of PDP, APC, let us not look at it from that angle. An Igbo man with the situation on ground does not have an APC grip.
Does not have an APC grip. What of Okorocha?
Okorocha,
Ngige.
they are all floating.
Both Ngige and Okorocha.
Yes, they are floating. Because what matters in every politics is the grassroots. When you have the grassroots support, come rain, come shine, the people will come out there for you. But if you are floating because somebody put you there, you manipulate somebody now, you feel you have a godfather. When the time comes, the people will withdraw themselves from you. You find out that you are nowhere, you are nothing. Chris Ngige, Okorocha are APC stewards in the East. But as at now, Okorocha is not even standing with his two legs in APC. Ngige, let's say, but these are people who cannot, in turn to come again, win election in their states under the platform of APC. They will not. Vote 10 times in the East, Ngige will not win anything as far as it's APC. Come in the Imo State, Okorocha will not win anything as far as it's APC. But if they go to other party, like PDP, like APGA, or any other party, they will win. One is that APC has no local standard grip in the East, in the South, in the Southeast. So now, what we are saying is we are looking at permutations to come 2023, that if election comes up, and they say power should come down to the south, and the north produce a candidate, we know quite well that no matter the party that Northerner is, the Northerner have that political system that they will give the person the vote. So that party will win. APC won not because of that they know what to do. They want to make the change that they said they made. They won because they want power to go back to the north. Okay. And if power is to leave the north to the south, it will become a difficult thing. Unless there's a permutation between south, east to the north. They now say, let power go to the east and give the eastern candidate vote. But if they say, let the west produces their candidate and have a permutation with the north, the west will have it. They will have it. So now, an Igbo man is not looking at that presidency. What an Igbo man is looking at, give him his own nation.
Biafra.
Biafra. No matter what name it may be called.
So an Igbo man is less concerned about Nigeria.
He's less concerned. The ones that are going there are the ones who are just going, look at the structure. They are just going there to see what they can get from the federal government. But because they are still in Nigeria, they want their own share. But if you say they are part of Nigeria and you want peace to reign in the country, you want stability, you want things to start happening, give an Igbo man presidency. You will see a turnaround overnight. Know it and know it well. I'm an Igbo man. I buy and sell. If a person in Bronu calls me on phone now that he needs so thing, and I know I'm going to make my money out of it, I am sending that thing down to him in Bronu. Immediately. You understand? I am not looking at Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. I am business-like. So if an Igbo man is made president of the country, he will turn everything business-like. Face your business. How do we make it? How will this work out? Should we stop this Boko Haram? Will he pay us or will we continue? Should we stop this piracy in the water lines? Is he paying us? But you are making billions in the piracy business in the water front, and you are pocketing it. We are not seeing it. Guy, it is time for us to do genuine business. How do we balance it? It will balance. But for now, do it. Turn it around 10 times. Nigeria will still remain the way it is.
Okay, in conclusion, sir.
In conclusion, I don't foresee a Yoruba presidency come 2023. I still foresee a northern president
coming out
and imagine